There's a common assumption, especially among those of us who wear glasses, that the British Army of the First World War wouldn't have accepted any soldier with defective eyesight, and certainly none that needed glasses. And actually, at the outbreak of war, the rules were pretty stringent, and many men were weeded out, although some certainly slipped through the net. Gerald Dennis, in his book A Kitchener Man's Bit, talks about going off to war with pretty grim eyesight and wearing a small pair of pince-nez just clipped on his nose with a chain hooked up to one ear in case they slipped off. He managed to break them during the Battle of the Somme, sent them home to his mother to get the opticians to fix them, and bumbled around in France for a few weeks until the optician finally sent them back and he could see again. But in January 1916, John H. Sutcliffe of the British Optical Association set up the Army Spectacle Depot. The depot was at Clifford's Inn Hall, just off Fleet Street in London. It had a staff of 100 women, superintended by John H. Sutcliffe himself, and assisted by 4 Royal Army Medical Corps optical mechanics. The work of the depot meant that 150,000 British soldiers had their medical categories raised, and at least 80,000 men were enlisted into the army who previously would have been rejected simply because of their eyesight alone. In the Great War Huts collection, we have this original Army Spectacle Depot eye testing kit. It's all complete, and to be honest, even today if you go to a traditional optician's, you'll recognise the setup. I suspect that this particular part of the technology hasn't really changed in over a century. There's the adjustable frame to get the best possible fit onto the soldier's face, and then of course the lenses of different strengths so that you can get the best possible magnification and the best possible prescription for the individual soldier. But the Army Spectacle Depot didn't just make pairs of glasses. They were also responsible for the supply of artificial eyes for those soldiers who'd been blinded in combat. The artificial eye department employed 8 women and at any one time had a stock of 30,000 glass eyes. By the end of the war, the Army Spectacle Depot had provided 290,000 pairs of glasses for soldiers. As I've already said, meaning a huge number of men could be enlisted in the army, and many of those who were already in the army upgraded into more important jobs. So in answer to that question, right at the start, those of us with glasses, would we have escaped enlistment based on our eyesight? And the answer, probably not.